The year is not very far from today. Earth is still beautiful, but it is tired. Cities are crowded, the air is dirty, the oceans are rising, forests are disappearing. Every year the planet feels weaker. Scientists warn again and again, but time is running out. Around the world people feel fear even if they do not talk about it. One question slowly becomes louder: what if Earth can no longer protect us? In a quiet room late at night, one man looks at a screen filled with data. Numbers, charts, and warnings flash in front of him. He is not sleeping. He rarely does. This is not a normal problem. This is about the future of humanity. This man believes that humans need a backup plan, not next year, not in 50 years, but soon. This is the moment of the desperate call, not a phone call, not a message, a call to the future, a call to leave Earth. For most people, the idea sounds crazy. How can humans live on another planet? Space is too dangerous. Mars is dead and cold. But he does not see Mars as a dead planet. He sees it as hope. Mars is far away. Mars is silent. Mars is dangerous, but Mars is also waiting. For centuries, humans looked at Mars as a red dot in the sky, a mystery, a dream, a story in books and movies. No one truly believed people would live there until now. This man believes that staying only on Earth is the real danger. One asteroid, one global war, one unstoppable climate disaster, and everything could end. Human history could stop. That thought does not let him rest. He believes humans must become a multi-planet species. That is why this call is desperate, because it is not about rockets or money. It is about survival, but the road to Mars is not simple. It is long. It is risky. It is expensive. And many people say it is impossible. In the past, even governments failed again and again. Rockets exploded, missions failed, astronauts died, space travel became slow and careful. Most agencies chose safety over speed, but this man thinks differently. He believes that failure is part of success. If a rocket explodes, it is not the end. It is a lesson. This thinking scares people. They ask, what if humans die? He answers, what if humanity dies because we did nothing? That is the heart of the desperate call, to do something bold before it is too late. Mars is not friendly. It has thin air, freezing temperatures, deadly radiation, no easy food, no water on the surface, no oxygen to breathe. A human cannot survive there for even 1 minute without help. So why Mars? Because Mars is the closest planet that can one day be like Earth. It has days similar to Earth. It has seasons. It has ice. And deep under its red soil there is water. Water means life. This is where hope begins, but hope alone is not enough. To answer the desperate call, humans need new technology, new rockets, new ideas. Old rockets are too expensive. Each launch costs billions. Each failure ends everything. That will never take humans to Mars, so the plan must be different. The rockets must come back. They must land. They must fly again. This sounds simple. But no one had done it before. Many laughed. Many said it was impossible. Even experts said this will never work. But the man keeps pushing forward. He knows that to reach Mars, humans must first change how they travel to space. Every test matters, every failure matters. Explosions are not disasters to him, they are steps. Slowly the world starts paying attention. A rocket lands back on Earth, then another one, and another. What once looked like madness now looks possible, but Mars is still far away. Landing a rocket on Earth is hard. Landing on Mars is a nightmare. Mars has just enough air to burn a spacecraft, but not enough to slow it down. Many missions failed at this stage. They call it the 7 minutes of terror. 7 minutes decide success or death, and even if humans land safely, how will they live? That question has no easy answer. Still, the desperate call continues. Because waiting is more dangerous than trying. The clock is ticking. Earth is changing faster than expected, and the future is coming faster than anyone planned. At the end of this long night, the man looks at the red planet on his screen. Small, silent, far away, but for him, Mars is not just a planet, it is a second chance. The desperate call has been made. Now the question is simple: will humanity answer it? To be continued. Earth has always been home. For thousands of years, humans believed Earth was safe forever. The skies looked endless. The land looked strong, the oceans looked deep and powerful, but Earth is changing, slowly, quietly, and then all at once. Across the planet, signs begin to appear. Summers become hotter, winters become strange, storms grow stronger, fires spread faster, ice melts where it should not. These are not movie scenes, these are warnings. Most people see these problems as local. One country, one city, one disaster at a time, but the man who watches the data sees the full picture. He sees patterns, and the pattern is clear. Earth is under pressure, too many people, too many machines, too much pollution. The planet can handle only so much. This does not mean Earth will die tomorrow, but it means something more dangerous. Earth may become unstable, and instability is deadly for civilization. History shows this again and again. Civilizations do not end in one day. They end slowly, then suddenly. A food shortage, a water crisis, a global conflict, one problem creates another, and then control is lost. This is why the man believes one planet is not enough, not because he wants to escape Earth, but because he wants to protect humanity. He often explains it in simple terms. If all humans live in one house, he says, and that house catches fire, everyone is in danger. Mars is not an escape, Mars is a backup. But many people misunderstand this idea. They say, fix Earth first. They say Mars is a waste of money. They say this is only for the rich. The man listens, but he also knows something important. Two things can happen at the same time. Humans can fix Earth, and humans can prepare for the future. Waiting until Earth is perfect is too risky because perfection never comes. Another reason makes the call even more urgent. Space is not empty and safe. Asteroids move silently through the dark. Some are small, some are large enough to end life. In the past, one asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs. Humans survived only because they were not here yet. Next time humans will be here, technology gives power, but it also creates danger. Nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, biological risks. One mistake, one bad decision, and the damage could be permanent. This is why the man believes humanity must spread out, not to run away, but to survive long enough to grow wiser. Mars is the first step, not because it is easy, but because it is possible. The moon is too close, it depends too much on Earth. Mars is far enough to stand on its own. It has land, it has resources, it has a future, but choosing Mars brings new fear. Mars is cold, Mars is lonely, Mars is unforgiving. No green fields, no blue oceans, no open sky, only red dust and silence. For the first humans who go there, life will be hard, very hard. They will live in small spaces, they will wear suits to walk outside, they will miss Earth every day. Blue skies, rain, wind and trees. Mars will not forgive mistakes. A small error can mean death. This is why many experts say it should not be done. They say humans are not ready, but the man believes humans become ready by doing, not by waiting. Every great step in history was dangerous. Crossing oceans, flying in the sky, going to space. Fear was always there, but progress came anyway. The first Mars mission will not be perfect. The first city will be small, but it will be alive, and life changes everything. Once humans live on Mars, even in a small way, the future changes forever. Humanity will no longer belong to one world. That idea alone is powerful. It means no single disaster can end the human story. But this vision has a price. Money, time, risk, and the greatest risk of all, failure in front of the entire world. Every launch will be watched. Every mistake will be judged. There will be pressure like never before. Still, the man moves forward because the alternative is worse, doing nothing. As he looks again at Mars, he does not imagine a perfect world. He imagines a hard beginning. People working together, building, learning, surviving, one small step at a time. Earth will still be home, but Mars could become the second heartbeat of humanity. The question is no longer why Mars. The question is, can humans afford to stay on only one planet? To be continued. Failure is something most people fear. They avoid it, they hide it, they pretend it never happened. But this story moves in the opposite direction. Because the road to Mars is built on failure. Before humans can even think about Mars, they must first solve a harder problem, leaving Earth. For decades, rockets followed the same rule. Launch once, use once, fall into the ocean, disappear forever. Each launch cost huge money. Each mistake destroyed years of work. This made space slow, very slow. Going to Mars with this system was impossible. The cost alone could break any plan. This is where the idea changed everything. What if rockets could come back? What if they could land safely? What if they could fly again? To many experts, this sounded like a joke. Rockets are not airplanes. They travel faster than sound. They face extreme heat and pressure. One small error and everything explodes. People laughed. They said physics does not care about dreams. They said this will never work. But the man behind the plan accepted something important. Explosions were coming, many of them, and that was okay. The first tests were rough. Rockets lifted off with hope and came down in fire. Some exploded in the air. Some crashed into the ground. Some tipped over and burned. Each failure was public. The whole world watched. News headlines were harsh. Another failure, a waste of money, a dangerous dream, but behind closed doors something different was happening. The team watched every second of data. Why did it fail? What went wrong? What can be fixed? No excuses, no hiding, only learning. Failure was not the enemy, failure was the teacher. Slowly, small improvements appeared, better engines, better software, better control. Then came a moment no one expected. A rocket launched, completed its mission, and then it came back. It turned around in the sky, fired its engines, and landed upright on Earth. The room went silent, then cheers. What was once impossible was now real. But this was only the beginning. Landing on Earth is hard. Landing on Mars is much harder. Mars has weaker gravity. Thin air, no room for error. A rocket landing there must be perfect. It must think fast, react faster, and survive conditions no human can control. Every landing system must work without help. Because Mars is far away, there is no second chance, no repair crew, no rescue, only one attempt. That pressure is terrifying. The team knows this. They know one failure on Mars could end years of work. Still, they continue testing. Again and again, some rockets land, some explode seconds before touching the ground. Each crash looks dramatic, fire, smoke, metal tearing apart, but each crash makes the next rocket smarter. This is how machines learn, this is how progress happens. Outside, people argue, they say it is reckless. They say lives are at risk. They say humans should not play with fire. Inside, the mission grows stronger, because fear does not stop the future. Only hesitation does. But rockets are not the only problem. To go to Mars, the rocket must be bigger. Much bigger. It must carry people, food, water, machines. It must be powerful enough to escape Earth and gentle enough to land safely on another world. This rocket does not exist yet, not fully. It is still becoming. Every test brings new questions. Can the engines handle the heat? Can the body survive the pressure? Can the system correct mistakes on its own? There is no manual for this. Humanity has never done this before. That makes every step uncertain, and uncertainty is dangerous. But the man leading this effort believes something deeply. If humans wait until everything is safe, they will never leave Earth. Risk is not a choice, it is part of the journey. As tests continue, the goal becomes clearer. This rocket is not just a machine, it is a bridge between one world and another. Every successful landing brings Mars closer. Every explosion removes another unknown. Slowly, the impossible starts to look difficult but achievable. Still, one truth remains: rockets can fail, systems can fail, and when humans are inside, failure means death. That reality hangs over every decision. The question is no longer about technology, it is about courage. How much risk is humanity willing to take for a future beyond Earth? Because the rockets are learning, but the hardest test is still ahead. Putting humans on top of them and sending them into the dark. To be continued. The engines shut down. Suddenly there is no loud sound, only silence. The spacecraft is moving fast, faster than anything on Earth, but inside it feels calm. Almost too calm. Outside, space stretches in every direction, dark, endless, cold. This is the part no one talks about enough. The journey. Reaching Mars is not a short trip. It is not days. It is not weeks. It is months. Months away from Earth. Months without rescue. Months where every small problem matters. The humans inside the spacecraft know one truth very well. Once they leave Earth, there is no turning back. If something breaks, they must fix it themselves. If someone gets sick, there is no hospital. If fear grows, there is nowhere to run. The planet Earth slowly becomes a blue dot, smaller each day. Families, friends, cities, everything they know, all of it stays behind. This distance is not only physical, it is emotional. At first, excitement is strong. Humans float in zero gravity, they smile, they joke, but as days turn into weeks, something changes. The routine becomes the same: wake up, check systems, eat packaged food, exercise to protect muscles, sleep again and again. The walls do not change, the view does not change, only the mind changes. Space is quiet, too quiet. On Earth, silence is rare. In space, silence is everywhere. The human brain is not built for this. Small sounds become loud, small thoughts become heavy. A simple argument can feel huge, a small mistake can feel deadly. The crew is trained for this. They practice in isolation on Earth. They live in small rooms for months. They face stress tests, but training is not reality. Reality feels different, very different. There are moments when fear arrives without warning. What if a tiny piece of space rock hits the ship? What if radiation damages the body slowly? What if the ship's computer fails? There is no escape pod to Earth. The distance is too great. Every crew member understands this. That knowledge sits quietly in the back of the mind. Waiting to survive, they must trust the machine, they must trust each other, and most importantly, they must trust themselves. Communication with Earth becomes slow. Messages take minutes to arrive. Answers take minutes to return. In an emergency, those minutes feel like hours. Earth cannot help fast. The crew is alone. This is why the journey is one of the hardest parts of the mission, not because of speed, but because of time. Time gives fear space to grow. Time tests patience. Time forces people to face themselves. Some nights a crew member stares at the dark window. No stars move. No planets shine bright, just black space. In those moments, doubt appears. Why am I here? Was this the right choice? Will I see Earth again? These thoughts are normal but dangerous if they take control, so the crew creates small anchors, daily schedules, exercise, music, messages from home. Even small jokes help, because laughter reminds them they are human. As the weeks pass, Mars slowly becomes visible, a red point, then a red circle, then a world. Excitement returns, but fear grows with it. Because arrival means the hardest part is near. Landing, 7 minutes. Only 7 minutes will decide everything. Months of travel, years of planning, all of it depends on those final moments. The crew knows this. They cannot land the spacecraft themselves. The computers will do it. Human hands are too slow, so all they can do is wait, trust, hope. The silence becomes heavier as Mars fills the window, red, dusty, unforgiving, beautiful in a dangerous way. The journey through space is almost over, but the real test is about to begin. The silence between Earth and Mars breaks, and humanity holds its breath. To be continued, there is a moment in space missions that feels unreal. A moment where humans stop controlling the journey and machines take over. This moment begins when the spacecraft touches the edge of Mars. From this point, everything happens fast, too fast. The spacecraft is moving at incredible speed. Mars is pulling it down with gravity. The atmosphere begins to fight back, heat rises, the outside of the spacecraft becomes hotter than fire, metal screams under pressure, flames wrap around the body like a storm. Inside, the crew feels nothing, no shaking, no sound, only waiting. This phase lasts only 7 minutes, but these 7 minutes decide everything. They are called the most dangerous minutes in space travel. During this time, humans cannot help. They cannot steer, they cannot stop, they cannot fix mistakes. Signals from Mars take too long to reach Earth. By the time Earth receives a message, the mission is already over. Success or failure, life or death. Inside the spacecraft, the crew straps in tightly. They know this part very well, they trained for it, but training does not remove fear. Fear stays quiet but strong. Each crew member understands one truth. If the computer fails, they will never know why. If something breaks, there is no second chance. The heat shield must work perfectly. One crack is enough. If it fails, the spacecraft will burn apart. The parachutes must open at the exact moment. Too early and they tear apart. Too late and the craft crashes. The engines must fire at the right second. One wrong calculation and everything is lost. This is not drama. This is reality. Mars has no mercy. On Earth, problems can be fixed. On Mars, mistakes are final. During these 7 minutes, time feels strange. Seconds feel long, breathing feels loud, no one speaks. They listen to the sounds of the machine, small vibrations, quiet clicks. Each sound could mean success or disaster. Outside, the sky turns orange, dust fills the air, the spacecraft shakes as it fights gravity. Inside, hearts beat fast. This is the price of reaching another world, risk, pure risk. On Earth, people watch screens, engineers hold their breath. Years of work are reduced to data lines. Speed dropping, altitude changing, systems checking, then suddenly silence. No signal. This is the worst moment. The signal disappears because Mars blocks communication. For a short time, no one knows what is happening. Did it land? Did it crash? Did it explode? No one knows. This silence feels endless, but in reality, it is only minutes. Then the signal returns, a single message, one word. Landing. The spacecraft has touched the surface. Not gently, not easily, but safely. Inside, the crew does not celebrate immediately. They wait, check systems, check air pressure, check power. Only after everything looks stable do they relax. Some smile, some close their eyes, some feel tears. They are alive, they are on Mars, but the danger is not over. Landing is only the beginning. Outside the spacecraft, Mars waits, cold, dusty, silent. No welcome, no forgiveness. Crew looks through small windows. Red soil stretches endlessly. This world is empty. No sound of wind in trees, no birds, no water, only silence. This silence is heavier than space, because now they are truly far from Earth. 7 minutes brought them here, 7 minutes that could have erased them forever. This is why these minutes matter. They remind humans of something important. Technology is powerful, but it is never perfect. Reaching Mars is not about bravery alone. It is about accepting how small humans really are and still moving forward. As the crew prepares to step outside, one thought stays with them. Getting here was hard, but staying alive on Mars will be even harder. To be continued, the first step onto Mars is quiet. No loud celebration, no cheering crowd, just a boot touching red dust. For a moment, history is made, then reality arrives. Mars does not care who you are. It does not care about dreams, courage, or history. Mars only follows its rules, cold rules. The temperature can drop far below freezing. The air is thin and deadly. Radiation falls from the sky every day. Without protection, a human body would not survive, so the first job is not exploration, it is survival. The crew moves carefully, each step is slow, each movement is planned. Their suits protect them, but suits are not homes. They must build shelter, fast. The habitat is small, metal walls. Artificial air. Constant noise from machines. These machines are life. If they stop, life stops. Inside the habitat, there is no natural air, no open window, no fresh wind. Every breath is created by a system. Oxygen is made from the planet itself. Machines pull oxygen from the thin Martian air. Water comes from ice hidden under the soil. Power comes from the sun. Everything is planned. But plans do not stop problems. Dust storms cover solar panels. Filters get dirty. Small parts wear out. On Earth, a broken part is an inconvenience. On Mars, it is a threat. A tiny leak can mean loss of air, a failed heater can mean freezing, a water system error can mean dehydration. There is no emergency store, no delivery, no help coming. Every problem must be solved by the people who live there. This is where fear changes shape. It is no longer loud, it is quiet, constant. The crew checks systems again and again. Morning checks, evening checks, night checks. Sleep is never fully peaceful. A strange sound can wake everyone. A warning light can stop the heart, but humans adapt slowly. They create routines, work hours, meal times, rest periods. Food is simple. No fresh bread, no fruits from trees, mostly packaged meals, sometimes grown plants, small green leaves inside a red world. These plants are more than food, they are comfort. They remind humans of Earth. Every new leaf feels like a victory, but Mars tests patience. Nothing grows fast, nothing is easy. The body also changes, muscles weaken, bones lose strength. Low gravity feels fun at first, then it becomes dangerous. Exercise is not optional, it is survival, 2 hours every day, no excuses. The mind faces its own battle, days look the same, the landscape does not change. Red ground, red sky, no rain, no clouds moving fast. Time feels strange. Weeks pass quietly, homesickness grows, messages from Earth arrive late. A joke sent today is received minutes later, a sad message feels heavier because comfort cannot arrive quickly. Still, humans push forward, they build more shelters, they improve systems, they make mistakes and learn. Mars slowly becomes less hostile, not friendly, but manageable. The goal is not comfort, the goal is continuity, to prove humans can stay, not visit. This is the difference between a mission and a future. The first settlers understand something important. They are not heroes, they are caretakers of fragile life on a harsh planet. Every decision matters, every shortcut is dangerous, every success is built on discipline. One day the crew looks outside again. The red dust still stretches endlessly. Mars is still silent, still cold, still unforgiving. But now there is light inside the habitat, human light, breath, movement, life. This changes everything. Because once life exists, the future opens. More people can come, more shelters can rise, a small outpost can become a settlement, but danger never leaves. Mars watches every move, waiting for mistakes. The crew knows this, and that is why they remain careful, because surviving the first days was hard, but surviving the years ahead will be the real challenge. To be continued. Mars looks calm, no storms today, no loud winds, no sudden danger. But this calm is a lie, because the most dangerous enemy on Mars cannot be seen. It has no sound, no smell, no warning, it is always there. Radiation. On Earth, humans are protected. The planet has a strong magnetic shield. The atmosphere blocks harmful energy from space. Mars has almost none of that. Radiation falls from the sky every day, slowly, silently. It passes through walls, through suits, through human bodies. One day of radiation does nothing. 1 week feels the same, but months turn into years and the damage begins. Cells change, DNA breaks, the risk of cancer rises. This is not fear for tomorrow, this is fear for the future. The settlers know this, they measure radiation levels daily, they build shelters under thick soil, they hide when solar storms arrive. Sometimes alarms sound. A solar storm is coming, high energy waves from the sun. In these moments, everything stops. Work ends, movement ends, everyone moves underground and waits. Waiting is hard because there is nothing to do but think. What if the storm lasts longer? What if protection fails? Mars gives no second chances. Then there is gravity, or the lack of it. Mars has weaker gravity than Earth. At first it feels light, easy, but the human body needs gravity. Bones stay strong because of weight. Muscles stay powerful because of resistance. On Mars, this balance breaks. Even with exercise, the body weakens. Slowly, bones lose density, muscles lose strength. Returning to Earth after years may be impossible, the body may not handle it. This means one thing: Mars is not just a place to visit, it may become a one-way decision. This thought changes everything. Then comes the dust. Martian dust is not normal dust. It is sharp, it is fine, it sticks to everything, it covers machines, it enters small gaps, it damages moving parts. Dust storms can last for weeks. The sky turns dark, solar power drops, energy becomes limited, lights dim, machines slow, every system is connected. If power drops, heating drops. If heating drops, water freezes. If water freezes, life stops, all from dust. And then there is the mind. The danger no helmet can block, isolation. Mars settlers live far apart from Earth. No visitors, no crowds, no new faces, the same people. The same voices. Day after day, some people grow quiet, some grow angry, some grow distant. Small problems feel big, a wrong word can hurt deeply, a small mistake can break trust. The mind needs space, but Mars offers none. There are no forests to walk in, no oceans to watch, no cities to escape into, only red land and metal walls. Psychologists warned about this, but warnings do not stop emotions. The settlers create rules, talk openly, share feelings. Rest when needed, but humans are not machines. Some days are heavy, some nights are long. One crew member writes in a journal, another listens to old Earth music, someone else watches videos of rain. These small things keep them human because Mars does not try to kill loudly, it waits, it pressures, it tests limits. The question slowly changes. It is no longer, can humans reach Mars? It becomes, can humans remain human on Mars? This is the hardest challenge, not technology, not rockets, not money, but endurance. Can humans live years under constant risk? Can they accept damage for a greater future? Can they build a society where survival comes first? The settlers do not know the answers, they are the experiment, their lives are the data. Mars watches them, silent, patient. Every day survived is a victory. Every mistake avoided is a lesson, because Mars does not forgive weakness. But it respects persistence. The enemy cannot be seen, but it is always there, and defeating it will decide the future of humanity beyond Earth. To be continued. Mars is still quiet. Years have passed since the first humans arrived. The red planet looks the same, cold, dry, silent, but something has changed. Mars is no longer empty. Inside metal walls, life continues. Children are not here yet, cities do not exist, but the idea of a future is alive. And ideas are powerful. The first settlers wake up every day knowing one thing: they may never be remembered like heroes. There are no statues, no crowds, no applause, only work, hard work. They repair machines, they grow food, they study the planet. Every small success is earned. Every mistake costs energy, time, and sometimes health. Some settlers get sick. Radiation damage appears slowly. Bones weaken. The body changes in ways doctors on Earth are still trying to understand. This is the price of being first. On Earth, people argue. Some say the Mars project is too expensive. Some say it is unnecessary. Some say humans should never have left Earth. But from Mars, Earth looks different, small, bright, fragile. The settlers do not hate Earth. They love it more than ever because distance creates clarity. They understand something deeply now. Mars was never about escaping Earth. It was about protecting humanity. Data from Mars begins to help Earth. Better recycling systems, better energy use, new medical research. Mistakes on Mars save lives on Earth. Slowly, quietly, the mission changes the world. More missions arrive, not many, just enough. Each new arrival brings relief and responsibility because Mars cannot handle crowds, not yet. Every new human adds pressure. Air, water, power. Mars teaches discipline. Waste is not allowed. Carelessness is dangerous. The settlers build rules, not laws, rules of survival. Respect the systems, respect each other, respect the planet. Mars is not conquered, it is negotiated with. Some days are hopeful, new technology works, food grows better, shelters improve. Some days are heavy, a system fails, a storm damages power. A settler decides to return to Earth, knowing the journey may break their body. Not everyone stays, and that is okay. Mars is not for everyone. The goal was never to move all humans to Mars. The goal was choice. Choice is freedom. One planet gives no choice. Two planets change everything. Decades later, the question sounds different. It is no longer, can humans live on Mars? It becomes, what kind of humans will live on Mars? Because Mars changes people. It removes comfort. It removes excuses. Only cooperation works. Only planning works. Only humility works. Mars does not reward ego. It rewards patience. The settlers understand their role now. They are not the future, they are the foundation. Their sacrifices make later lives easier. Their pain becomes someone else's safety. This is how human progress has always worked. Someone walks into the unknown so others can walk safely later. At night, a settler looks at the sky. Earth is visible, a bright star, still beautiful, still home. But now, not the only one. The settler knows something important. Even if Mars fails, even if humans never build cities here, the attempt itself matters, because it proves humans are willing to try, willing to think long-term, willing to act before disaster. The real victory is not Mars. The real victory is mindset, thinking beyond one lifetime, beyond one generation, thinking like a species. Mars is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of a longer story. A story where humans are no longer trapped on one fragile world. A story written with courage, mistakes, and sacrifice. And one day when humans look back at this moment, they may say, this is when humanity chose to survive. Not by running away, but by reaching forward into the dark, into the unknown, and building hope where none existed before. The future did not begin on Mars. It began with the decision to try. The end.